Oh boy, look at those. Those are fresh carrots out of my garden. I finally got out of the house, if you can imagine such a thing. And if you can really just use your imagination, I actually did some physical labor out there. Look at that. You know, normally my fingernails are dirty. You can see they're really dirty now, as one frequent commenter mentioned that my fingernails were dirty, and I'll give the token Billy Madison response to that, which is shut up. But anyways, these are some beautiful carrots, and you can make what I'm about to make without having fresh garden carrots. You can use any kind of carrots. It's not about the carrot. Tonight's little lesson is about taking something very ordinary like a carrot and turning it into something extraordinary. And for me, that's what being a chef and cooking in your home kitchen is all about. Anybody can make lobster taste good. It's making carrots into something that people are truly stunned by. That's when you know you're onto something in your kitchen. So we'll try to do some butter poached carrots after I get these all cleaned up. And I had to get a visual on these. Look at those. Look at those pretty garden carrots. So awesome. Look at those. Oh yeah. Just showing off a little bit. I'm not the best gardener in the world, but clearly I can grow a carrot, so I'm proud of that. Alright, I got quite a bit of butter in there. That's over half a stick. Haven't chopped up the carrots yet, but I'm going to do that really quick once I set the camera down. Putting things together and showing you a little chef improv. This is the fat that I skimmed off of the oxtail when I made that Guinness braised oxtail stew the other day. I'm going to use a little bit of this fat mixed in with that butter for a little extra flavor. It's certainly not mandatory, but since I got it, I'm using it, so I thought I'd tell you about it. Anyways, I'm going to chop up some carrots before that butter is burning and get rolling on this. So yes, I use a ton of fat, but I got a ton of carrots in there, and this pan is huge. I mean, you can see this pan in relationship to my hand. It's 3 times as big. You know, we're looking at, I think this is a 14-inch pan. Anyway, it's monstrous. But I started out, I'm all the way, oh, that's a nice glare, all the way on high here, you can see, number 6. And that's just to get the cooking process started. Once we get the cooking process started here, which takes 5, 6, 7 minutes, we're going to turn the heat all the way down and cook these basically as slowly as possible. Basically, you're just trying to cook something without any added liquid, just in fat at the lowest possible temperature that you can. And it's kind of like the concept behind confit. The confit is that you're really trying to replace the liquid in the food you're cooking with the cooking fat so that it becomes concentrated flavors, cooked down nice and sweet, and very oily and fatty and rich and delicious. So this takes a long time to cook. I'm not even making this for tonight. This is 8:25 right now, and you'll see the time when I'm done with this. It takes a while to really cook it right, slowest temperature as possible. You can do it in the oven as well, but we're going to do all stovetop tonight. So be back in a minute. Alright, you can see now I've been tossing it a little bit. It's only been in there for a few minutes, 5 minutes. The color is really popping though. Wow, looks awesome. And I will see if I can toss these all around without making too big of a mess. A little bit of a mess back there. But yeah, at the very first sign of brown, which you'll start to see around the edges here, no signs of brown yet, but at the first signs of brown, that's when we're gonna actually turn that heat down. Anyways, this is a perfect example of my philosophy about cooking. You know, I'm definitely a purist. You know, we could soup this up with all kinds of fresh herbs that we can throw in there, or onions or garlic, any of that kind of stuff, and you'll probably be tempted to do that in your own home. I guarantee you won't be disappointed if you let the flavor of this carrot and butter fuse together. It's just like that cream corn. It really highlights the carrot and turns it into something that you just didn't know that it could be. So give it a chance, flying solo, just a little salt to season, and see what you think. There's our brown color. Got a couple brown in there. The whole pan is nice and warm. The cooking process is underway, and you can see we're all down almost to low. The smaller batch I would be cooking it literally fully on low. So that's it. I will cook it a long time, and I'll show you. All right, there's the finished product. You can see they really cooked down quite a bit, and that's 90 minutes of total cooking time. A little bit of brown on them, but not much. Just cooked them nice and slow, stirring every so often. You know, I probably stirred it, I don't know, 5 or 6 times every 15 minutes. But those are so candy sweet. You could almost call them caramelized carrots. But you know, like I said, this is really a fine example of the true alchemy of food and how you can really change it in your kitchen. This is the ultimate way to cook a lot of root vegetables, such as turnips. I mean, turnips are absolutely phenomenal cooked this way. There's a recipe for that in 180 Kitchen. And yeah, just fantastic stuff. And this is the perfect side dish to some kind of meal some night that's kind of plain, especially one that's pretty lean and doesn't have much fat. I could definitely see rice and some grilled chicken breast or something that really needs something sweet and fatty with it. This would really make it. So keep this in mind. Keep this in your back pocket for a great side dish. Thanks again. This is Matt Stone of 180 Degree Health with some butter poached carrots.